makes exceptionally creative people different from others? Take a look at these 6 habits. For other tips and tools that will help you open up and maintain your inner creative genius, subscribe and hit the bell notification button to get new videos every week. I'm Elena and I help people open up and maintain their own natural creative geniuses. I use my own experience in marketing and content creation for 7 years, more than 10 years in improv, and my own personal life full of creative projects. There is this one thing that I have noticed. Exceptionally creative people that I have worked with, they all have quite similar habits or things that they do repeatedly. And those things are similar in all the fields that I have personally experienced. So I just put them in one video and present to you now. Habit number 1, exceptionally creative people do creative work regularly. I know, where's the muse? I mean, if I don't have the feeling, I cannot work regularly. However, creative people have this never-ending fire burning in them. They feel this urge, they feel this fire, and even if they try to stop it, it just comes out somewhere. Even if they do regular jobs, they will figure out, even unintentionally, some other ways how to express their creativity. There are a lot of ways, and exceptionally creative people, they will just do it. They cannot help it. Habit number 2, they study the techniques. I know! It's hard to understand because creative people, they have to break the rules, not learn them, right? But if you want to become great at something and really unique, you have to go through that path where you learn what already exists. And in my experience, exceptionally creative people, they respect the rules, they respect the tools, and they spend a lot of time learning them, learning all the information there is about their industry, or if they mix 2 industries together, like what is the most important about those 2. And then when they have learned that thing, all the rules, all the techniques, then the next step, being original and being creative, comes natural because you have learned the most important things that there are to know in your industry, and you see what are the good things about them, what are the flaws, what is missing, and that's how you become exceptional. Habit number 3, they can look at the world both wide and deep. The next step in your industry might come from a wider perspective, or in some small details that when you will change those small details, some people will think like, oh my goodness, this idea is so genius and it's so obvious. Like, how come I didn't think of that idea? Well, because those people never use that zooming in or zooming out skills, or maybe they do not spend enough time at this exceptional habit. Habit number 4, they can use their emotions and all 5 senses as a tool. Emotions and senses are some really secret tools that a lot of people never use. However, they give you tons of information that no words ever can give you. Some example from my professional life. One of my previous bosses, a cafe owner, he used to come to the cafe every day just to experience it. You know, he went into the cafe, he saw how the lights were on, he listened to the music and thought how that creates the atmosphere. He sat on the chair and then he moved in the chair and he listened to the sound and tried to figure out whether the sound was pleasant for him or not. So in that case, he thought, no, the sound is not pleasant. So he went to the shop and bought some stuff that he put on the legs of the chair so that the chair didn't sound at all when somebody moved it. I think that when you see a business owner like that trying to experience his own project, his own service, and then improving just for the sake of the sense and the emotion, you know that that person will be successful. Have you recognized yourself in any of these habits yet? Write me in the comments. Habit number 5, they can celebrate their mistakes. Yep. Mistakes are really a natural part of any creative process. Why? Because, well, there's nobody else to tell you what things are right, what things are wrong. So you kind of have to go into a jungle and make your own path with a machete. Nobody can tell you what shoes to wear, whether there are some animals you should be scared of. You don't know that. So you go into the path anyway. You go into the jungle anyway. And then you, for example, fall into a puddle. Then you realize, well, okay, I really had to bring something that I can change. So you get out of the puddle, you get back to your home or any place where you can get new clothes. Then you come back, jump over the puddle, and then there's a parrot that bites you really hard and you didn't know that there's this whole army of parrots. Yes, you can say that you made a mistake, but if there was nobody else to tell you that, how may you know it? Mistakes are natural, and exceptionally creative people, they know that, so they just brush off and move on. Habit number 6, they know how to connect the dots. Connecting the dots nowadays, it's not just an inspirational quote from Steve Jobs. Exceptionally creative people, they do not hesitate to mix different industries, different techniques, different perspectives together so that they can make a new product that nobody else has ever thought of. For Steve Jobs, to name a few dots, those were technology, marketing, storytelling, customer experience, music. It's really trainable. I can promise you that. I have seen that in my improv trainings. If you want to train that, this is the most basic, simple improv technique that you will ever find ever. So take a look at it after this video. So these are my 6 habits of exceptionally creative people. Did you agree on them? Did they inspire you? Give me a yes in the comments. Also, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification button to get new videos on creativity and how to train it every week. Have a creative week and see you on the next video.